No, usually I pin comments for, quite a few different reasons. Maybe I like the comment, maybe a comment might be a very good discussion topic, or maybe somebody says something racist or quite stupid. It's quite a few reasons that I actually pin, comments, right? And because I know that Kay is an advocate for, abortions and different things like that, and, also if black men happen to do anything negative, it's everybody. So this is why I had this comment pinned, but for whatever reason she decided that she wanted to delete it. So she stated, ladies, just get your tubes tied, that way you don't have to listen to BS like this, and he's going with your life without having to ever listen to any crap like this at all. So what Kay here is responding to is the video that I brought out about Margaret Sanger. And she basically also further went on to state that the information and stuff that I was saying is complete crap. It's nonsensical, didn't make any sense. It has nothing to do with nothing. So I just want to pull up some of the information that I listed there that had to deal with that again. So US total females aged 15 to 44, white 72.9%, right? Black 15.1%, other 8.8%. So then we have at the bottom non-Hispanic black abortions by people. According to the CDC, 38% of abortions are done on non-Hispanic black mothers. So they stated per year, the estimation is 134,850. Per day, the estimated number is 369. Per hour, the estimate is 15. Next, U.S. women who obtained abortions in 2018, white 38.7%, or 6.3 abortions per 1,000 women, 110 abortions per live birth. Black women 33.6%, or 21.2 abortions per 1,000 women, or 335 abortions per live birth. So that means per every child that is born, you have 335 abortions that occur. Just let that simmer. Just let that sit there for a minute. Just let that sit there for a minute, right? Hispanic women, 20%, or 10.9 abortions per 1,000 women, or 158 abortions per live birth. Other, 7.7%, or 11.9 abortions per 1,000 women, or 213 abortions per live births. Pay attention. United States women fertility rates per one woman. Back in the 1990s, white women 1.85, black women 2.55, Hispanic women 2.96. In 2010, white women 1.79, black women 1.97, Hispanic women 2.35. 2018, white women 1.64, black women 1.79, Hispanic women 1.96. So you can pretty much see the decline, right? And how it is that everything transpired. Why it is that soon enough you're going to have one percentage of the population that's going to be a lot larger, which is the Hispanic population versus white versus black. Because if everything would have, in a sense, stayed the way that it was, then our numbers, in a sense, would be deemed, in a sense, moderate, right? We would, in a sense, be second when it comes to the hierarchy versus, in a sense, being wherever last place is at the moment in time. She stated, they also use Christianity to use us and delete us, but you're not using that because it's not politically correct in your world.
What?
Actually, I've talked about the Crusades, I've talked about Christianity, I've talked about how the good book was used in order to, put black people into slavery and a variety of other things, right? I've talked about a lot of these things, but this is what it looks like when people who state that they've been here for a long time and they watch the content really show that they don't watch the content. She later on stated that it's only about controlling women, nothing more. Henry Ford was a major racist, but you still drive Fords.
I'm not even going to comment on no foolishness like that.
I don't hear you complain about that. Just admit you want to force your views on us because we already know it. Stop hiding behind some racist white woman from 100 years ago that only your ilk seem to care about. I mean, I guess you're right. She is a pretty old white woman, and she was pretty racist. She said things like, "We want to exterminate the Negro population. Colored people are like human weeds and are to be exterminated." I accepted an invitation to talk to women's branch of the Ku Klux Klan, and I was escorted to the platform, was introduced, and began to speak. In the end, through simple illustrations, I believe I had accomplished my purpose. A dozen invitations to speak to similar groups were proffered. And next, she said that a free race cannot be born of slave mothers. I mean, I guess you're right. None of the stuff that I'm stating matters. It's it never existed. It doesn't matter. I'm just bringing it up just to, I guess, try to serve some type of purpose, which obviously isn't being served. You're right.
Another one.
And next, she stated, all of this because you want to control women's bodies. You're never going to meet these women. You're not going to help them raise the kids. In fact, you're going to talk crap about them being single mothers, but you get on here and want to get mad because some of them have abortions. Please get a life. Find you something to do besides harass people that you don't even know. You're being Karens and Kens. Mind your own reproduction.
Fuck 'em.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yep, guys, it seems like the game is over. The farce is over. She has, displayed what the magic trick really is. My whole end goal is to control women's bodies, just so you guys would do my bidding and do whatever I say. Yes, that is, Seiji's main goal with black women. Yep, I want to control all of y'all. Yep, I want to make y'all slaves. Yep, I'm going to keep you guys in the house and in the kitchen cooking. Yep, you're not going to have any lives, not making no money. Yep, you're just going to be solely dependent on men and all these other great and fantastic things that you ran away from. Yep, that's my main goal. That's my main goal. She got it. She found me out, guys. She 100% found me out. And the most interesting thing, as which you can clearly see in front of you, if you would actually take the time to read, these are the effects of abortions on the female body. Now, the most interesting thing is whenever these women tote this whole thing of my body, my choice, and go run out there and get an abortion and that, they don't tell women the downsides. They don't tell women the potentialities and the effects, short or long term, that women will suffer and or go through, depending on what happens. And this is quite a lot of stuff that is directly there. So at any point in time, if you want to just freeze the video and actually read this so you don't have to hear my commentary, you can just decide to do that. But like I said before, like I said, at the end of the day, if you and any of the others out there that are within your same boat, I've seen some of those people as well. They, commonly respond here and there whenever they get the time. Like I said, that's whatever y'all feel. And I'm going to state the keynote. That's whatever y'all feel, because as I stated before, when I happen to put out facts, when I put out numbers, people don't want to try to break those numbers down. They don't want to go to the CDC and break down those numbers and those statistics. They don't want to talk about those. They don't want to refute any of those points, any of those numbers. But like I said before, people just want to come through and they just want to run their mouth. This is why I just put up the information up there. Anybody can look up this information to see if I'm lying, to see if I'm fabricating things, to see if I'm trying to fudge the numbers or whatever it is. Go to the CDC. They got all these numbers. Go look at the numbers from the abortion clinics. They got some of these things posted. They got the numbers up there as well. So, like I said, it is what it is at the end of the day. If you feel that I just want to control black women's bodies because for whatever reason you want to just generalize and put women, nah, let's make it very specific. If you feel that all I want to do is just control black women's bodies, then it is what it is. And whatever. But at the end of the day, I just know that when everything is said and done, Nobody can't sit up there and come back to this platform and say that, yo, said you didn't try to say something, said you didn't try to speak out, said you didn't try to advocate for women and try to tell them to do certain things that they need to do and try to warn them about certain things. Like I said, when that crying game starts, and it's going to sit up there and happen because y'all don't want to listen and y'all don't have the foresight to look 15 to 20 or 30 years down the way. Watch. Like I said, y'all gonna wonder where the guys at. How come y'all ain't caring about us? How come y'all not advocating? How come y'all ain't doing this? Because when we did, y'all was running y'all mouth like this. So now we don't have the energy to do it no more. We got to deal with more pressing issues. So like I said, the guys that are still in a sense caring and showing that they care, you better appreciate it while you got them, because soon enough they ain't gonna be here. Because just like y'all normally tell us, y'all independent, y'all got this, y'all got that, y'all can do it all on your own. That means that the situations and the problems that specifically deal with you, you should be able to deal with them. So that means when the doctors are messing y'all up medically because they're sitting up there having you do different types of surgeries and coerce you to do surgeries and all this other type of stuff, and y'all losing y'all lives, and then y'all organs are sitting up there getting sold on the black market, or y'all come up missing, or magically there's some medical issue that took place, which necessarily shouldn't even have took place. Like I said, that's going to be on y'all to deal with. And I expect y'all to sit up there and fix those problems and to fight those problems and to not stay silent. Y'all shouldn't be looking for a black man or any other man out here to sit up there and help you with that. Because remember, you sat up there and told us you don't need a man. You don't need us to walk for you, fight for you, lift you up, value you, respect you, marry you, and all these other types of things. So, like I said before, this is why you don't have people out here trying to be leaders at this moment in time. Because the moment in time that people want to step forth and they want to do some things and they have to say some things that, people are going to dislike, this is the thanks that those people get. So again, when y'all wonder why it is that y'all don't have a lot of black leaders trying to stand up and trying to do this and trying to do that, the reason why is because it be your own people trying to sit up there and battle against you and to make sure that you don't do or take up that position, knowing full well that they're not even going to try to even go for the same position, but yet they're trying to fight you and stop you from going for that seat so that they can still complain like, yo, how come nobody's sitting here, yada yada da da da. Like I said, whatever. Like I said, soon enough, for all of those black women out there that be saying a lot of stuff, y'all are 100% going to have it. You guys are going to be the king of kings. And ain't nobody going to be able to stop you. And ain't nobody going to be able to tell you what to do. So you're going to end up getting your wish.